Well, welcome to this edition of Valley Spotlight. We are at Angiuli Farm Markets, and you know, as the world gets back to normal, sometimes we all run into meetings that we just simply cannot get out of, and that is exactly what happened to Mike today. So instead of Mike sitting next to me, I'm gonna hang out with this pumpkin and look forward to carving and all the fun festivities that are happening this fall season. And if you haven't been out here to Angiuli's Farm Market out here in Canfield, you've gotta come. This is just the beginning. Inside, they have so many different fresh vegetables still, you know, all those canned items that we looked forward to all season long. They're stocked full in there, and the staff, the family, it is a family business, and you can really tell when you walk in the door with all the smiling faces. So a big thank you to the Angiuli family for inviting us out here yet again. It is the perfect way to welcome fall. And this show, it is jam-packed with such great stories, inspirational things, from people changing direction of their lives to different kinds of recipes that we're now seeing in our restaurants with Chef Mark Canzonetta, and some big changes when it comes to another local restaurant. I can't wait to share all of it with you, and of course Mike played a big part in all of this. We just miss him today. So as we kick off this show, let's start with a story that hit me pretty close to home. As I was scrolling through Facebook, I noticed that there was a friend of mine whose daughter was stepping up to the plate in a very big way to make sure that our senior citizens and the people that are in our assisted nursing centers, they have a little extra reason to smile. And we all know that with not being able to visit in person, sometimes all we need is one extra reason to feel good. So this one goes out to two of my favorite ladies, Becca and Willow. Thank you for sharing your story and your home with us. As the world slowly finds its way to a new normal, a mother and daughter team in Sharon, Pennsylvania know all too well that the new normal means some of their favorite people are still having to distance themselves. Becca Gruizzo works in home health care and assisted living. She has always appreciated the moments she could share with patients and residents.
Before COVID, one of the things that I really like to do, and it wasn't necessarily a part of my job, it was kind of an added perk in relationship building. I would go into some of the different facilities and volunteer to work with the activities director or events coordinator and do crafts and games and bingo days with the residents. And it was so much fun. They loved it. You know, some of the residents didn't get a lot of visitors anyway. Some of them did, but now, you know, nobody's allowed in, so they're not getting any visitors.
Her daughter Willow realized she could help in a small way that could make a big difference for so many people. She took a pen to paper, so to speak, and got to work.
Well, these are cards for people at nursing homes who aren't allowed to get visitors. And they are very important to me because some of these people don't really understand that they can't have visitors. So to them, getting that card, just, I can imagine, feels so good.
And it was only about maybe 2 or 3 weeks into the COVID-19 pandemic, and I said, I feel so bad for the people in the nursing homes because, you know, they can't have any visitors. And it was only 2 or 3 weeks in. And she said, well, maybe we should make them cards. And I thought, oh, well, that'd be a nice idea, because I could still go and drop stuff off, you know, outside, and you know, the social worker or whoever would come out and take stuff. So she started making cards, and I would make them with her. I think my mom came over one night, and while we were watching TV, she made cards. And yeah, I'll drop them off. And I dropped off a bunch this morning. So it's been, what, like 6 months now. So we thought it was gonna last a few weeks. It's been 6 months, and it's really hard to watch the like some patients sit behind windows and, you know, talk to their family that's outside. So it's just a card.
The mother and daughter duo have created countless handmade messages while spending their evenings together, cultivating creativity and kindness. The cards are simple, yet filled with love and support.
Well, I'll just put in I don't know, some quotes or just bright colors or just you're an amazing, you're great, those types of things.
And we all know sometimes it's the tiniest words that can mean so much, and it never really matters where support comes from, just as long as it's there when someone needs a reason to smile.
Well, just to let them know that they're not alone, everybody else is going through the same things, and just to make sure that they're not
left out.
Yeah, I left out.
Do you guys need some help? What would you
that
want
would be
people to
great.
know?
You know, I think this is an interesting time because a lot of kids are homeschooling. More families are spending nights around the table. I don't know, make a couple cards. You can drop them off at local nursing homes. Of course, everybody has different roles, but send them to me. We'll drop them off. But yeah, absolutely. I think that the more people that do it, the better. Because it takes a while. I mean, we work really hard and sometimes only get 10 cards made. So.
I'm telling you, just little tiny things can make such the difference. And thank you to Becca and Willow for stepping up to the plate when it comes to doing something that really matters to so many people out there. And if you're sitting at home with your friends and your family, break out the colored pencils, break out the markers, and just take a shot at it. They're going to be able to get those cards to the people that need them the most. The address is up on your screen. You'll also be able to find it on our Facebook page a little bit later on today. So please help them out, because like they said, it takes quite a bit of time to make sure that they get just the right message and just the right card. And normally right now, Michael would be able to share a moment that was a huge highlight for him over the past few weeks. A Youngstown family, they moved back to the area because they're taking nutrition to the next level, and they're doing it in ways that are not just innovative, but really delicious at the same time. And that is why we are putting our spotlight on Niles Nutrition.
That's the sound of health at a new business in Niles. Niles Nutrition opened at the end of July to the delight of many health-conscious people in the town.
It's been great. The community's been really accepting. We have a lot of people that are curious that come in, and they're just happy to have something that's a little healthier as an alternative.
Joe Shuttleworth and his fiancée Nicole decided to open the club, as they're called, after seeing them all over the Cleveland area.
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere in Cleveland. Like, there's one in every city, and yeah, people love it. It's just like a quick, easy, convenient, healthy alternative when you're like on the go. So it's really big up there because their population's huge, but it's also good for small towns too.
We moved back out here about a year ago to be closer to our families, and we started being a part of Youngstown and seeing how everything was running and the vibe, and just loved it, and decided we wanted to make an investment in Niles and open one here.
The concept is a little different than your typical Valley restaurant, but there's a tried and true formula that makes it work. When you order, you fill out one of these sheets and get 2 items. The first is this iced tea, and the second is the protein shake.
So we pair a metabolism boosting tea with a full meal replacement shake. We put an aloe inside of the tea that helps naturally sweeten it. It also helps your digestive system. So we pair the two together just to make sure when you get your 21 essential vitamins and minerals, they can be easily broken down by the aloe that's inside of your tea.
The way that the aloe is processed, it helps to break down the minerals and vitamins in the shake.
So you can use it to replace a meal, or just to help with that hunger craving at times during the day.
You can use it for however you want. I don't really replace my meals personally. I use it more of a snack. Make sure I'm getting all the vitamins and minerals for my day.
Has it worked for you?
Yeah, I definitely notice an improvement on how I feel when I've been using the product.
Yeah, I've been drinking the shakes and teas for almost 2 years now, so I just like them as they're just quick and easy to go, especially when you have a crazy schedule. You can just stop in and grab one, or whatever it looks like for you.
You can use the products to lose weight if you want, with a balanced diet, exercise. There's no magic, you have to work at it. But yeah, I mean, I've seen results as far as just feeling healthier.
I'm constantly drinking tea throughout the day, and I still have healthy meals with my shakes, but just using the shakes as a good healthy alternative to maybe something else that's not so healthy.
Yeah, you can definitely use it to kind of fill the gap. It's a very good tasting snack.
Are you surprised how well it tastes? Because people have had protein shakes for years and they're just yucky. They're awful, right?
That's what really drew me to the products, was she had me go to one of the clubs and try it, and I was like, this tastes nothing like the protein shakes I'm used to. And
the Niles community has taken to it. Business is good, and they're forming partnerships along the way.
It's good. Traffic's really heavy out there, and we're close to a lot of schools. We partnered with some school teams to drop off free teas to them before games or before practice. And we're out in the community just, letting them know that we're here.
Here to stay, and maybe other places as well.
I mean, that's the end goal, yeah, to eventually open a few more places, bring the products to communities that don't have it yet.
And Niles Nutrition has places all over the valley. They have one in Austintown, Columbiana, obviously in Niles, and one soon to come in Poland. So congratulations to them, and the stuff is really good too. We're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, it's Achiote Chicken. Mark Canzonetta had it on a specials menu because he just loves Mexico, and this chicken is to die for, so stay with us.
Salt Me is a company that produces products that are made out of Himalayan sea salt. I have a love affair with Himalayan sea salt. And as an ear, nose, and throat doctor, the most important thing for me is that the products are going to be effective and that they're going to be safe for patients. So I make products that help sinus conditions, and I make products that are going to be good for the skin and good for the body. And all of them are made of Himalayan sea salt.
Welcome to Pesto's Test Kitchen on the road, just outside Bistro 1907.
God, isn't it beautiful out here?
Beautiful patio. We're going to squeeze in a couple more nice days before we get
I think so. I hope so, because, you know, the almanac is calling for the brutal winter that we haven't had in a long time.
I heard it was the other way. I heard it was supposed to be a very mild winter.
Well, I was out of the country when I heard it, so maybe they got it upside down.
No, I believe you. I just say you never know what to be. Last winter was supposed to be brutal, and it was fantastic.
Right.
So who knows?
Who knows?
Anyhow, on the menu at Bistro, we have some Oaxaca-inspired items.
We do. You know, I'm Italian by descent, but my heart, as everybody and my close friends know me, I love the Mexican culture, Mexican food, and it's, you know, the people are so similar to the Italians in the way they treat their families and the way they treat their ingredients.
Yeah.
And so, you know, with Oaxaca being put on hold because of these strange and difficult times,
right,
you know, I'm like, I have to bring it back out. You know, I can't keep that one at rest.
Well, the menu was all done. Everything was ready to go.
Menu, blueprints, building, everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then, you know, sometimes those things happen for a reason. You take a step back, you pause, and then you bring it back out. You know, the work's already been done for it, so when it's ready, it's going to open up.
One of the best dishes, or one of our favorite dishes, was the chicken dish that you made.
Achiote chicken, you know, spending some time down, especially in the Yucatan Peninsula, which is, imagine Texas and going straight down.
Right.
Okay, and that's the tip of the Yucatan Peninsula.
Cancun is.
Yeah, exactly, where a lot of people go for their fun and festivities. But they have this seed down there, and it's called the annatto seed. And the annatto seed has a lot of bright citrusy flavors and colors. And, you know, we soak that in vinegar and lime juice and garlic, and then we puree it in a blender because it comes out in a seed form, and then it becomes this achiote paste. And so we rub that down on the chicken, and what we did was a half chicken, and then, you know, I did a little bit of my pesto touch to it, and we put it on our smoker and smoked it with cherry wood. Nice. So that's going to be a fantastic dish coming out, amongst many, many others. Right. You know, we're kind of famous for our elote, our Mexican street corn. We kind of brought that to the valley a couple years ago, and that's going to be holding strong. So there's a lot of great, curious things coming up on this menu, and it's going to evolve, you know.
Yeah, and Youngstown Propane was nice enough to let us use the grill.
They were fantastic. That was a great grill, and, you know, I have one similar to that at home, and, you know, we have the big monster grill at home.
Thing's crazy. All right, so let's take a look back at this second segment called Achiote Chicken. Did I get it right?
Chicken, yeah.
Achiote Chicken.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The season to be outside enjoying these last few weeks of glory, right, Mark?
Last few weeks of glory. Look at us, we're in mid-August here. I mean, going into September, fantastic weather, historic downtown. What a better setting. And
Bistro
we're outside of my restaurant.
1907
We're in the
Chef
test kitchen.
Mark Canzonetta. We are in the test kitchen, and he is teaching me how to say words for that I've never even heard before.
Yes.
For
you want to say
reason.
achiote?
Achiote?
Which is a spice that comes from, it's a seed actually, that comes from the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. And we're going to season our chicken with that. It comes from the annatto seed. And then we're going to make a salsa molcajete. And molcajete is the bowl that you see in Mexican restaurants, traditionally made from lava rock.
Oh, okay.
So you can get in there and grind all those things together. So we're going to make chicken and salsa, and then we're going to make a really cool cocktail after that.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're going to start. We're going to get some vegetables on the grill because I want to do a roasted tomato salsa. So I have these beautiful tomatoes, of course, the one and only Molnar Farms out in Poland, Ohio. We're going to get those in the grill.
As long as you're mentioning people, Youngstown Propane.
Yes, absolutely. Youngstown Propane.
Our good friends out there. Thank you so much for getting us a grill and letting us get it all messy, right?
Absolutely. So we have some red pepper. Beautiful red peppers, again from there. Poblano peppers. Beautiful poblano peppers. Got a little bit of spice to them. All the peppers this year are a little bit spicy, a little bit hot. You find typically when you have dry and hot, you have spicy peppers. When you have wet and chillier, you have peppers that aren't quite as hot.
Makes
little
sense.
bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some olive oil. The salt, again, to draw out all the moisture. And we're just going to put those on and get those nice and happy. We're going to get some nice char on there, develop those flavors, caramelize the flavors. Now we're going to get that Achiote chicken. Some extra virgin olive oil.
On the plate.
On the plate. And be liberal with it. Some sea salt. Some lime juice, because we love lime with Mexican spices. It's so great. I'm going to put those limes on there because we can use those later on.
Why not, right?
Why not? Some chives. The ground anano seed. Put that in here.
That's what
and
makes
we
it
have some
achiote?
chili lime seed. Yes, some achiote. Some chili lime dust. Now we're going to take those chicken breasts. You can do chicken breasts, chicken thighs, whatever makes you happy. And we're going to take those and we're going to just put them in there. We're going to put them on the grill.
Mark.
Thank you, Lauren. You guys all make me happy. What a great talented team you have with your staff and team.
Thank you. We've got a lot of people out here making
So we have the chicken on the grill. We're going to develop some flavor, caramelize those sugars. We're going to roast down our vegetables. We're going to make a great salsa. We're going to make a spicy margarita afterwards.
Do we close the grill?
We can close the grill, but I think we're going to leave it open.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be right back.
All right.
Well, DoCut not only sells the product, but we service them. We have parts and service support for every machine that you buy at DoCut. You are purchasing a machine, it's eventually going to break or need work, and we are here to do that. You don't get that from an online sale or a mass merchant. They just don't have the ability to have the parts and the service. We send our mechanics to school every year. We have 2 Briggs & Stratton master service technicians. There are not many in the country, probably less than 5,000 in the country, and we have 2 at DoCut. And we also have gold certified steel mechanics and numerous certifications in parts and service for every brand that we carry.
So let yourself go to DoCut. Let yourself go to DoCut.
Pristine Dental is accepting patients of all ages. We understand your needs during this difficult time. We'll be following public health mandates by offering one-on-one provider-to-patient care. Appointment times will be extended in order to sanitize before and after each session. And there's no need to wait inside our office. One of our staff members will welcome you into our building for your appointment as you wait safely in your vehicle. Protective gowns and eyewear will be provided. Your health and safety is our priority. Call and book your appointment at Pristine Dental today.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. I'm constantly asked by news sources how to best navigate today's real estate market. I call the brightest agents in the business to get their input. Hi, Kelly. What's going on in the Mahoney Valley area?
Hi, Barbara. The market in the Mahoning Valley has remained strong.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Sellers are enjoying the safety of the Guaranteed Sold program, and buyers and sellers love the 3D tour and the free moving truck.
Get the best advice from my friend Kelly Warren. Go to kellysoldit.com. Be safe and smart.
You ready to make some salsa?
I am. I was born to make salsa.
I know. Look how beautifully these vegetables have caramelized down and grilled. We got some char on there. We got some, we've concentrated the flavors because of the roasting and some of those liquids have come out. So we're going to take these beautiful tomatoes, peppers, and onions.
It all goes in the blender.
It all goes in the blender.
In the Vitamix.
In the Vitamix, just like this. All right. Have the beautiful, we added some corn to that because we want to put some corn with the dish. We have our beautiful fire grilled Achiote chicken. We're going to put that on there. We're going to put some of the beautiful roasted corn on the plate.
Look at this dish. So many colors.
So many, and that's what Mexican food's all about. It really is about colors and flavors. We're going to put some cilantro, a little bit of salt, a little bit of olive oil, some black pepper, and we're going to toggle this down. We're going to make it happy and bring all these beautiful flavors together. It's that simple. So we're making kind of like an Italian salsa, but Mexican style. So all these flavors, I'm just gonna stop that for a second and push this back down.
Stir it up a little bit.
Stir it up a little bit.
Make it a little bit easier.
There we go.
There
we go. Now all these flavors are coming together. Exactly. So now we have that beautiful salsa. My God, smell those flavors, that brilliance from the cilantro.
It's so good.
And we're just gonna put that over the chicken like so. Salsa molcajete. You can see a little bit of char dust in there. Put this off to the side.
Very
I'm gonna
nice.
garnish this with a little bit of cotija cheese.
Okay.
Which is like a Mexican feta over the top. Some toasted pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds. We're gonna put that down in front. Look at that gorgeous
And you're gonna
summer
come
festival.
over here and we're gonna make the perfect drink to go along with it, huh?
Now we have to have a great drink to celebrate those Mexican roots, and we're going to make a Fresno chili margarita. Some ice in your shaker cup. I love a great Blanco tequila for this. So about 2 ounces of Blanco tequila, about 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau, which is like an orange liqueur.
Okay.
We're gonna take 2 ounces of blood orange puree, a little bit of Fresno chili simple syrup, give it a little bit of spice.
Oh, I can smell
Right?
it. Sorry, I just
A little bit of house-made sour mix.
around your hand.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
We're gonna take this and we're gonna shake it up and bring all those beautiful flavors together.
Shake, shake, shake.
Now I took that glass and I dusted it with chili lime. And we're just gonna pour that over the top now.
Mark, you have done it again. And the beauty of being outside is that that's just easy to clean up right there.
So it is. So I forgot that this was in front. So we're just gonna have you have a sip of that.
Well, cheers to you.
Cheers.
My friend.
All right, we'll go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
You are
a little bit of spice.
You are a marvelous
The
chef.
tartness from
You are
the
so
blood
good.
orange. We have
And
this
all of
beautiful
this.
summer ode to summer here.
Thank you.
And just beautiful day to be out on the patio
At
in
Bistro
downtown
1907
at
in the
Bistro
test kitchen, and thank you to Molnar Farms as well as our friends at Youngstown Propane.
And of course the Doubletree Hilton.
Right, I was gonna say, if you haven't been here yet, get down because it's gonna be great.
It is.
And of course, it is still patio season down there at Bistro 1907. Please check out their website, bistro1907.com. They have all the hours and a place for you to make reservations. So we just want to see more people down there in downtown Youngstown. Thank you so much, Mark. Speaking of downtown Youngstown, just about a block away in the Commerce Building, there's a place called Youngstown Studios. And it's a mixing of the minds in ways that I am certainly proud to share this on behalf of not just the person who's the man behind all of the madness, but also the people that are now in front of the microphone. It's a mixing of the minds at Youngstown Studios, located in the Commerce Building in downtown Youngstown. Joe Danier is the original mind behind it all. And now, as so many people are adjusting their mindsets in the wake of COVID-19, there is a strength in like-mindedness.
Yeah, this is my little lab where I get to experiment with things that, wherever my little mind takes me, get to try new things out, see what works. And I really think that, this COVID thing pushed us into doing media this way and content creation this way. And it's the end is that you're going to have some people that will dabble in this that never would have done it otherwise. And so it is a blessing that we're going to see some stars come out of this, no doubt.
One person in particular has changed his direction in life to account for all that has been on his mind for years. Justin Coffin has spent years as a dedicated elementary school teacher and coach in Boardman.
It's it's a little bit bittersweet. I've been teaching for the last 13 years, and I've taught kindergarten, second, third, and fourth grade. And love working with the kids, and I miss it. I'm not going to say I don't miss it because I do, and I worked with so many great people that the best thing is I know I have those friendships, going forward. But yeah, I'll miss the kids.
Justin took a bow and ended his teaching career in order to move on to something new, with a lot of help and support from family and friends, and Joe too, of course.
The year 40 was a big year for me. So I'm 39 now, and it's not that I wanted to be out of the classroom or not be teaching, but I had other goals I wanted to achieve, and people would always laugh at me when I would say that. Like, I have a 5-year plan. Like, yeah, well, we're still waiting on that. But yeah, right now I get to do a lot of things I love. Like, I'm doing this podcast, which, again, thank you for coming on because that was awesome. And so I get to do this podcast, which is now my sports outlet. I'm not coaching right now anymore, and that is going to be a big, that's going to be, I'm going to miss that come winter. You know, coaching my girls and things like that. And but I'm still going to, you know, root them on and things. But I am, you know, I get to do this podcast, and I get to work now with my family's foundation at Project MKC, and we're out in the community so much, and we get to do, you know, it's so great because I get my outlet for sports, and I get my outlet for working with families and kids, and you still get to do so many great things in the community.
It's a chance for people like Justin to take a shot at developing new skills and a way for talent to shine in a way that has never really needed to exist before. And for Justin, it may not be a full-time gig yet, but it serves as an outlet to continue to put his mind on the things he loves most.
Joe and I had talked, and I know he had a lot of a great vision for this place, and then we had met a couple months ago, and we talked about, you know, he's like, I'm interested in, you know, I got someone lined up for a music show, I got someone lined up for you know, entertainment show, things like that, and he's like, what do you think about this, you know, doing possibly a sports show? And I said, I'm in. You know, I didn't need to think about it. And for me, it's a great outlet because not only do I love sports, I like talking about sports, and, you know, I mean, you get to do something that you'll love to do. And, you know, I was doing that before with teaching, and coaching, but this is a great outlet now for me to do, and the studio seems to be growing bigger and bigger by the day.
And I have to say, after being a guest on his podcast and his Facebook show, the future is bright for him and anyone who chooses to visit Youngstown Studios.
We just have a stage that we can do anything we feel like down here, and we're going to try all kinds of stuff from live entertainment. I mean, my big concern is we have a lot of talent in entertainers that need to be on a stage, and their stages are all shut down right now. So there's nothing that, you know, they can do as far as an outlet goes. So we're going to put a bunch of people on stage, comedians and magicians and musicians, and just about anything that has a stage presence, we're going to throw up there.
It is great to see people stepping out of the box, and big thank you to Joe Danier and his team. If you have something that you want to get a podcast rolling for, all you have to do is just check out their Facebook page, Youngstown Studios, right there in the Commerce Building. When we come back, Mike and Kelly Warren, they're going to tell us everything we need to know when it comes to homes with pools, how to buy one and how to sell one, so stay with us.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make. Only A to Z.com.
Well, while we still have a couple of nice days left this year, we thought we'd take home advantage outside this week. And Kelly Warren's here, out lounging by the pool. That's what we do.
Yes,
right?
I prefer when the pools are open to do that. But
and this one is closed, and a lot of people on Labor Day, you know, put the kibosh on their pools, which is, you know, you got to get them tightened down and put the cover on them and all that stuff. And
Northeast
it's a big pain.
Ohio, that winter weather changes quickly. So,
but if you're in the market for a place with the pool, especially if you tried to buy one this year and they're all on back order, people have had all sorts of trouble getting them, this might be something for you if you're a buyer, right?
Yeah, you might want to buy a house with a pool rather than trying to have the expense of buying one new or the, like you said, the time of waiting for them to make it and deliver it and everything else.
But here's the conundrum. If I'm looking at this house, I want to see what the pool looks like, and I can't see if it's cracked or if the liner is ripped or anything like that, right? So what do I do?
Well, we have a couple of solutions. First, we want people to know when the last time the pool was open, you know, what it looked like then, if the owners have pictures of it open, if the owners have a service record of when and how they closed it. But then people can have their pool inspected. Not always in January though. So, you know, so they can do a hold clause on the contract where we escrow money, and then when the pool gets opened, if there's any issues, they can pull the funds out of the escrow to use them. And if there were no issues, then the sellers gets that escrow money back.
Okay, that was my question. Who's on the hook for the payment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens when if the pool isn't that great? Now, as a buyer, then I know I'm coming into this situation, and then I'll have to do the cost to repair it, correct?
Yes, unless you do something with the seller where you have the you say, I'm going to do an escrow, and you want the seller to put $3,000 in escrow until June 1st when the pool is opened. And if there were no issues, the seller gets the money back. And if there have been some issues, then if the buyer had to replace the liner or something, they might say, hey, I had to spend $1,200 on this. Buyer gets the liner money, the seller gets the rest back.
What's the percentage of people that really want a pool versus the ones, like you said, that don't want it because of the hassle of it, or maybe I have little kids and I'm scared of it? Do you see a pool as a big selling point, or
it honestly
as a drawback?
seems to be about 50-50.
Really?
Yeah. So, some people really want one, some people really don't. And a lot of people are like, hey, if the house came with a pool, that'd be cool, but I'm not going to run out and buy one on my own.
Right, and then you got to find out if it's a heated pool and all sorts of things like that. So.
Yeah, and right now with, the things the world's gone through this year, so many more people are doing the staycation.
Right.
So maybe pools are growing in popularity.
I would think they would. Okay, if people want to talk about this home here, which is right next to Howland Township Park, or if they'd like to talk about another one, you guys are at the ready and ready to go, right?
Yep, any home, anywhere. You can find us online at kellysoldit.com or give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689.
There's Kelly Warren out by the pool with me for another edition of Home Advantage.
Well, pool season's about behind us, but God knows when summer rolls around, it's certainly nice to have one. So big thank you to Kelly and her team for helping us, not with just this show, but also our own real estate stuff that we're all going through right now. And right now, my goodness, this is one of those stories that I have been looking forward to for months now. We had the chance to visit Yankee Kitchen, and not only are we going to introduce you to the man behind the pudding, but also the way in which the next generation is giving this restaurant a bit of a facelift.
My dad's a little happy Greek man that runs around the restaurant with rice pudding, so he tries to make everybody feel like he's at home. He'll go table to table, introducing himself.
Eli Raptis couldn't have said it better about the one thing or the one person who makes Yankee Kitchen in Boardman, Ohio extra sweet and extra special. That one person is his father, Phil. And Phil, well, he never misses a day, or a Sunday for that matter.
I want to know about Sundays. What happens on Sundays?
What about Sundays?
Yeah, you do
what
something.
What do you want to know?
You do something special for everybody.
Oh, I just make some homemade rice pudding and go around the tables.
You don't have to do that. Why do it?
It's, it's the appreciation for the people supporting the restaurant for 35 years.
It's a long time, isn't it?
Not really. Seems like it's yesterday to me.
Almost 40 years after Phil opened this diner, it's still the place to find classic food. Breakfast lists that are a mile long and portions that leave enough for leftovers for a bargain.
We are 100% known for breakfast. So any of our breakfast items, I would sort of push. And then also, he's famous for his burgers and fish fry. On Fish Fridays, nice little plate, where you have the beer batter fish, or you can get it also baked, $9.99. So it's a lot of sides with those options: coleslaw, soup, fries, fish, tartar. Can't beat the prices.
All of the items come with a hefty work ethic that stems from what Phil calls the old country. His love for grease remains strong.
Anybody can cook. It's how you cook and how you prepare the food, You got to make food the way you want them to be for yourself. That's what I try to do for you. Each time I make it. I don't cook that much when I do, I have cooks here, but if I have to cook, I cook. If I have to do dishes, I do dishes. It don't matter. Whatever it takes to make the place go.
And making this place a go during COVID-19 was a bit of a trick. Just a few carry-out orders here and there, and the hope that the world would calm down. Now that their customers are back to dine in, they'll be greeted with a fresh new look, thanks to some help from the next generation. And as we all know, change is hard, but we all have to start somewhere. And this change starts with Steelite.
So I guess to restart ourselves after lockdown, I tried to talk my dad into being different. We were pushing for a remodel, but step one right now is these plates. I got him to push forward because they are navy blue. He's straight off the boat from Greece, so blue and white, blue and white. He usually would pick just being old school, I would say, all white everything. So this was a big step, just starting off with the plates for right now.
It may not seem like a different plate matters if the food is great to begin with, but as they say, people eat with their eyes, and when the bill comes, how the food looks and tastes can equal a tipping point.
And we had 2 people walk in so far and already make comments compared to the old plates than the new plates. They're gonna go for this one. I mean, the fish looks beautiful on here. And even for my servers, when they have it on their arm, the fries aren't gonna go off. It looks a little sloppy sometimes, so presentation, and they wouldn't expect from a diner to have a little class act of having these baskets.
Even the toughest critic agrees with the small change to continue moving forward, but the customer comes first, today and always at Yankee Kitchen.
If the customers like it, we're gonna like it.
That's a good mode of operation.
Right.
And Yankee Kitchen is located right there on Market Street in Boardman, and morning, noon, and night, it doesn't matter when you walk in there, the food is great, the staff is so kind, and we most certainly enjoy it every Sunday. I do have to admit that. Well, I have to admit it. When it comes to cleaning, when it comes to vacuum cleaners, I would rather just run away. But that is why Jaime is here to help us figure out how to make sure that our homes are staying clean, and that culprit, that vacuum cleaner, it's like a Rubik's Cube, and she explains the whole thing right now. Once again on Valley Spotlight, we're keeping things clean and COVID safe with our good friend Jaime, our Boss Lady cleaning service. She is the Boss Lady, and today, this thing, the bane of my existence, because not only do I feel like I have to use it all the time, but then it gets all clogged up and like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Please help. How do we clean a vacuum to make sure it's actually doing what it's supposed to do?
Yeah, definitely. So everybody's vacuum's different. So I can show you how, this is a Shark. We use them. I have actually had my original vacuum. I have about 5 of them, but because I maintain them so well, I still actually have my original vacuum, and it works wonderful.
Okay, so teach me what I do not know, because I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah.
And I have one similar to this. I have a canister like this myself. So
yeah. So first things first is like, let's just clean the filters. Let's get the dust out. Let's do that. So like, we're gonna take this off.
As Molly drops her bone in the background, because that's why we have to use vacuums so
Absolutely.
much. Oh, hi, Mom.
So in here, like, we're gonna like empty it out here, obviously, and there's a little screen in here. So like sometimes this will even get gunked up. And so it's really nice to like take some like Dawn dish soap and scrub that up so it's not gummy, because all your air is coming in through here.
Okay.
So if you don't have the filters and everything clean and free, then you're not sucking up as much as you need to.
Right.
So there's the canister, and then in my vacuum, we have this foam filter that comes on here, and also this filter. You can actually throw these in the washer, but they wear out quicker. Okay. So for me, I have a bunch of spares, obviously, because of the business. And like there's some hair, there's some stuff on here, but it also collects a lot of dirt. These are really clean right now. So I just wash them with soap, water, and let them air dry and clean this out.
Okay.
So then there's that. And there's also a HEPA filter in here.
Oh, goodness. Let's just put it right up there. That's easier.
And HEPA filters are super important. That's one reason I feel really comfortable bringing my vacuum into other people's houses, because the HEPA filter traps everything, and you know that's not going to go from your house to another house.
That's very, very good
So
to know. And
you
all
can-
these secret contraptions,
Yes.
unless you read the whole manual, how the heck are we supposed to know?
You can wash these, but they take forever to dry. So
Okay.
like if you're going to do that, you need to wait it out. But I actually just replace them every 6 months for us personally. And then like you'll get like there's some grime, there's some stuff in there. You just wipe it out. You know, don't get it too wet, but
This is dog grime.
yeah.
She's just, you know.
And then to make this easier on you, on the head,
Look at that.
you can check in here for clogs, obviously. But then under here, where all of the hair and all of the stuff gets stuck, you're not gonna roll well. Like even if you look right here, like I've got like a little string stuck under there.
You don't even want to look at mine.
No,
It's terrifying.
this one's not clean because
Well,
I made
this
sure.
is pretty darn clean. I was gonna say you can't even see the plastic on mine, but I'm noticing like these grooves.
Mine has a groove. I have a pair of scissors just dedicated to cutting the hair out. I wear some gloves, rip it all out, get it all clean, check behind these things. Some vacuums are wonderful and you can actually take the roller out. So that's
things to strive for.
Yes.
Someday.
So, and then to look for like problems, like let's say you do all that and you still don't have suction. You don't have something. Mine right here has this area to open with a screwdriver, and it checks the tube all the way up through there.
And
then in here, let's see, this side, there's this little compartment that probably needs cleaned, yes. But stuff can get stuck here. So clean that, and then stuff can get stuck in here, and then in your tube, like even this part comes off. So
I've never
check this through.
I've never seen a vacuum in so many pieces in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be admitting that, but Jaime, you and your staff, you guys take it very seriously. You pay a great wage, which means you get great results and good people working for you. So give people the phone number and how to get a hold of you, not just for cleaning, but if they want to join your team, which I'm really happy to say that you've taken it very seriously. And she's got all of her I's dotted and her T's crossed to the point where it shows up in all the details.
Yeah, if you need cleaning service or you're looking for a job, you can reach me at 330-507-3630, or you can find us on Facebook at Boss Ladies Cleaning.
Are you hiring lazy beagle dogs?
No, no lazy beagle dogs, although she looks really cute over there.
And she would always say, honey, you snore so loud, I can't believe how loud you snore. And I'm like, what?
And he claims I quit breathing. I've tried 4 different masks to make it work, and I just can't do it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not know what REM sleep felt like before the appliance. I really did not. I never had that deep of a sleep before.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. As we know, mental health and staying healthy when it comes to what we're doing with our bodies is really important. And right now we're going to put our spotlight on a man who is taking it very seriously to give people a safe way and a safe place, men and women alike, in order to go through recovery if and when they need it. And he's not doing it alone.
Everybody knows somebody. Everybody is related to somebody or has someone close to them that has been hit with this thing. And it's time to start doing something positive about it.
Adam LONARDO was one of those people.
After myself being in recovery and going through treatment and nearly falling victim to the opioid epidemic, I went and stayed in a sober home, and it changed my life. So I opened my first one 5 years ago. And then in 2017, 2016, I apologize, I met our co-founder, also someone in recovery, and he and I partnered up and started to grow the organization.
Right now, their organization, Broadway Recovery Services, has 6 homes and 45 total beds, and they're adding more. Finally, some homes for females.
In order to kind of expand and meet a need in this area, we are looking to grow and open a female house, and also start providing other services for women also.
Unfortunately, the need is there, especially in our area.
However, what a lot of people don't talk about is Youngstown has a really, really strong group of mental health and substance use disorder providers. We have a really, really strong mental health and recovery board, and we really have a good community that wants to help people.
Enter Zach and Stephanie Matthews, owners of Lux Loft, a med spa in Boardman, who, after opening less than a year ago, pick a cause and donate the profits on a certain day each month to the charity.
In the long run, we thought doing charities, doing events like that are going to be the best thing.
We've done like the American Heart Association, we've done the Animal Charities of Youngstown, and then when I kind of heard Adam's story and basically him alluding to the fact that people don't want to donate to men's addiction and recovery, I was like, challenge accepted.
Not just accepted, completely blown away. They got the word out on social media, and the results were astounding.
So we posted on Instagram and basically filled the appointments within about an hour to 2 hour time slot. We're starting at 9 a.m. and going till like 6 or 7 p.m. and we are completely booked.
Turns out filling these rooms was easy. And because that went so well, they decided on a full event, complete with food and a raffle for 2 people to win free Botox for a year or 2 fillers, or a chance to spin the wheel full of prizes.
Yeah, very shocked. I did not think that the tickets would sell so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We were discussing how many tickets we should purchase, and they said 500, and then I was like, oh, 500's a lot. And then they said, well, my wife, Stephanie, said 1,000.
Well, the first 1,000 are gone, and they have 1,000 more for sale at $5 a piece. So the question is, why has this cause hit home for so many? Well, it's more common than you think.
Youngstown is in the epicenter of this epidemic, and that, we really are one of the hardest areas that was hit with opioids in the past 5 to 7 years.
I have family members that have died from overdoses. I know people that struggle with addiction, and I thought, what a better cause than this.
Not only was the discount a little bit of an incentive, but people really like to see where their money goes, and we've been really good about, as people buy tickets and do things like that, we're showing them what their money's gonna do.
And it's a testament to the people that live in this area, the people giving, and the people like Stephanie and Zach that are stepping up.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's not something that happens every day. There's not always people just jumping up to come help like Stephanie and Zach did. They went out of their way to get a hold of me to help our organization. It wasn't something like I was beating their door down asking. And I think that's a true testament that there are still a lot of good people in this area, and there's still a lot of people who want to do good in this area. And I think also we've begun to break the stigma of what addiction and alcoholism really is in this area.
And this cause may break the cycle of the struggle addicts go through, like Zach's family.
The folks that you knew that had addiction issues, whether they made it or not, would they have benefited from his program?
They would have 100% benefited.
Why?
Yes. Well, just from hearing his story, Adam's, and the stories of gentlemen that have come through the program with him, knowing the people that I have lost, and knowing the people that I know are struggling, if they had something like Adam's business to be able to go to, I know they would have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And tickets for the raffle, they're still available. Just visit the Lux Loft Facebook page, or you can stop by their location on South Avenue in Boardman. We wish them the very best of luck. Sean Posey, he is one of those people on our show that we of course look to him for a history piece from time to time. And way back when the steel industry was up and booming, some of these companies actually had to build small cities in order to make sure that the workers had a place to live. So we're going to take a look back, and this is one of my favorites.
We are here at Chambers Street in the heart of what is known as the Campbell Worker Homes, the famous company homes built by Youngstown Sheet and Tube in response to the 1916 East Youngstown riots. And I am here with Linda Jens of the Iron Soup Historical Preservation Company. She's going to tell us a little bit about the historical importance of the Campbell Worker Homes and a little bit about what her organization is trying to achieve here today.
Hello. Like Sean said, we're here in the company homes. The Youngstown Sheet and Tube Company Homes is an endangered national historical site. It was declared such in 1982. The homes were built to appease the workers. In 1916, there was some horrible strikes. Wilson Avenue was burnt down. It was called Wood Street at the time. It was burnt down by the workers. There was people injured and so forth. Sheet and Tube didn't really want to raise the wages, but they thought they would provide affordable housing, modern housing, as an attraction for to attract new workers. The historical significance of these homes is that they were the first prefabricated concrete structures in the world. What you see right now is a lot of blight, but this was a beautiful neighborhood to live in in the time in its heyday, which was all the way from 1918 until about 1948, when Youngstown Sheet and Tube Company had to divest of their monopoly. The U.S. government said that in that they had all of these homes and the company store across the street, that it was considered a monopoly. And so the homes began to be sold off. Our president is also the founder, Timothy Sokoloff. The organization was not a nonprofit to begin with. It was formed as a loosely formed committee. It was just a cleanup effort. Clean up. This is horrible. Let's clean it up. To now, the vision is, of course, to save all of these structures and repopulate and develop it, to bring outside dollars inside into Campbell and Mahoney County. Living here has made a huge difference for propelling the project further. Number one, I could devote more time because I'm here all the time. Number two, the intricacies of saving a piece of history that is in the middle of a place that looks like it got hit by Hiroshima, and the poverty around here and everything, in order to keenly be aware of the situation. It cannot be fixed from the bird's eye view far away. So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, thank you very much for taking us on that quick tour of the history of the Campbell Worker Homes and of the Iron Soup Preservation Company. Thank you very much.
And to have Sean Posey a part of our show and his vast knowledge of everything history related when it comes to Youngstown, well, if you're one of those people who appreciates him as much as we do, he's working on a new book. It's called Hidden Youngstown, and he will be able to give us some details as the weeks go along, and I know that that is a huge project for him, so we wish him all the best of luck. So stay with us right here on Valley Spotlight for great stuff like that. And of course, we're here at a great place in Canfield with Carl and Julie and Julie's Farm Market. This really is a family business, and Carl, you're kind of like the spokesperson as of late.
I guess I have been designated by everybody, by the family, that I get to go on the camera and be here and talk about what's going on the farm.
Well, the last time that we were here, we were talking about a pick your own sunflower event, and then you guys had several more after the first one that we had mentioned to people.
Yes,
you guys had a lot of people,
lots
didn't you?
Of people, you know, there was tons and tons of people. Everybody enjoyed it. It was a huge success. The sunflower experience on the farm, people just came from all over, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, even one lady from New York came down.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, she lived up by closer to Erie side, off of 90. Came down for the ride and she just wanted to see it. And we had people from everywhere, and it was a great success. And people were wonderful, very kind and grateful that we did it and let it, to come out. And it was just a good time, even though it was a little overwhelming,
Right.
with that many people. We're not used to something like that, but
that's okay.
We worked through it.
Bigger's sometimes better as we slowly evolve into the new normal.
Yes.
But I have to admit, when I was sitting at home and I knew it was coming, and then all of a sudden I was seeing people's Instagram accounts and their Facebook pages, and they were such beautiful pictures. Did you have a chance to see that? Like, how many thousands of people had pictures because of your sunflowers?
A lot of people. I don't even know what to say about it.
And your two little girls were probably the most beautiful, I have to admit.
They enjoyed it too. They enjoyed every
did.
bit of it. We're out there with the customers and helping people and assisting the older folks out to the sunflower field, and it was great.
Speaking of great, the great big pumpkins.
Pumpkin time.
It is. I can't believe that we're talking about fall already, and you guys have so many in stock. And then as you meander down that way, I'm seeing baskets of gourds, weird looking gourds, all kinds of weird stuff. Do you guys grow them here?
Yeah, we grow everything here. The weird stuff is in this year. The weird gourds, the green gourds, the ones that look like swans, the ones that have like little peanuts on the outside of them that look weird, and orange and purple and gray, and we've got all kinds of great colored gourds this year, and it's in pink ones. So they're coming in and we're harvesting. They're great quality, and we're moving right along. You know, fall's coming along. We got apple season, a lot of great apples. You know, your Honey Crisp is in. We got Yellow Delicious, Red Delicious now, Empires, John of Golds, and more. I mean, there's probably like 20 varieties in the market right now.
Wowie, that's a lot of apples. You could make all kinds of different pies for sure.
Yeah,
and I do have to say, like, the days have been warm and we've been pretty lucky. No frost yet, so you guys have still some sweet corn, right?
Yeah, lots of sweet corn, lots of peppers, some tomatoes.
Okay.
Canning season's here. Cabbage, people are buying cabbage to make sauerkraut.
Oh yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Oktoberfest is right around the corner too.
Yep. And so
the cans that you guys have, the jars that you guys have, you not only do you make them, you know, in-house, but then you also, you know, you have a spotlight on a couple of the other different area growers and markets and things like that. It's amazing to walk in there and to see all of the different varieties that you guys have.
Yeah, right now we're featuring the flavored applesauce, the apple butters, pumpkin butters. And those are a big hit, you know, blueberry applesauce, whatever thought, and there's some other flavors.
You said that's your favorite, right?
Yeah, blueberry applesauce is excellent.
Never even heard of that. But if you have not had a chance to be out here at Angiuli's Farm Market, they do have a fall open house coming up in October, right?
October 11th and 12th.
Very good.
No,
you guys,
10th and 11th.
10th and 11th.
10th and 11th.
We'll get it right, Mel, I promise. We'll get it right. I promise.
And it's going to be a fun weekend with fall activities on the farm.
And you're going to be able to taste some of the stuff that's on special, some extra added savings for people that are coming out. Maybe you haven't been out in a long time, but if you haven't, this is a safe place to do it.
Yes.
And your family is simply wonderful. You guys have a Facebook page, right?
Yes, just follow us on the Facebook page for updates. That's where it all happens.
Carl, thank you always for supporting us and supporting our community and our show.
Thanks for having us.
Do you know where you could watch our show? This is normally Mike's job, but I'm going to test you.
It's on I don't know,
WBCB.
BCB, yes.
Yeah, and ValleySpotlight.com. And if you have a Roku television, you can just download our channel. You can also watch us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Obviously, we like to keep you up to date, even if we're not having a brand new show. We still have lots to share on there. And this is the part that Mike and I would normally say thank you. So do you want to say thank you?
Well, thank you for watching Valley Spotlight.
You did such a good job. We'll see you next week at 4 p.m.
Hey, it's Johnny Rappleseed! It's Rapples time again. Take some apples and some rapples. Wrap the rapples round the apples, add the sticks, eat them quick. That's how you make caramel apples with Rapples. From Kraft, Rapples. 6 sheets of good Kraft caramel for quick and easy homemade caramel apples. With Rapples. Bye, Johnny! From Kraft.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.